I'm KB with The Beat. I absolutely love the show. How are both of you?
We're doing good. Josh is probably a little more tired than I am. He's on the West Coast, but we're good.
It's a
Well,
little early, but we're good.
well, let me start with you, Melissa. Mick has grown in so many ways, and she's really leaning into the callings fully and completely this season, and really learning how to balance that with the mysteries that surround her family as well. So, how does this season expand Mick's view of grace and humanity?
I'm guessing we're talking about Grace as a concept rather than
Yes,
the
yes,
character.
not Grace, the
Okay.
character. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I think when we first met Michaela, she was a bit of a hot mess, not gonna lie. She had a lot going on, and she was pretty anti-authority too. I mean, you see her in the precinct with her boss and stuff, and it's all in service of the callings and what her and her family are doing. But she kind of, ran to the beat of her own drum, which she still does. But I think it's a lot more contained, and it's in a direct attempt to pick up for where Ben's lacking now. And I think she becomes a lot more selfless in this season, to be honest. It's less about like what she needs emotionally, and it's more about what kind of hearing something, what everyone else around her needs, what Ben needs, what Jared needs, what Zeke needs, and what's best for the bigger picture.
Oh, I love that you said that, because it is very true. I like this evolution of her in the sense that she is more considerate of those around her in a way. And I'm not to say that she wasn't before. Well, in season one, she kind of was not, but now she's progressing now. And so it's like, okay,
that's
I
selfish,
like but I like this though. And for you, Josh, Ben has been on an emotional journey and has had so much loss. Speaking of the character Grace, kind of when we meet him in season 4. So how does Ben really evolve as a man this season through arguably kind of some of the hardest loss that he's ever had to experience?
Yeah, that's a great question. And, he evolves hugely in season 4, but in the beginning, he sort of regresses back to something that he's not. I think Michaela and Ben sort of do this role reversal, and he is all consumed with his grief, with his loss, with finding his daughter, with dealing with really, really complex feelings about his son and whether or not he was somehow to blame for Grace's death. And, he abandons everything. Before he was all about everyone coming together in this lifeboat and fighting this thing together. And now he is all about one thing, and that's getting his daughter back and denouncing everything, the callings, his family that are still around him, who love him, his sister, and he's sort of left his sister alone to deal with this thing by herself. And so you find him in a really complicated place, and you find those two characters in a really complicated place. Mick wants nothing but the best for her brother all the time and wants to care for him and love him. But he makes it difficult, but she never leaves, and she never leaves him alone. So I think you'll find as season 4 moves forward, there is a big evolution from where we began with Ben to where we end up.
Well, I absolutely love seeing the evolution of both of your characters, not just individually, but you're right, as siblings as well, that dynamic. And I'm so glad that you guys had the opportunity to play this again for one final season. So just thank you so much for chatting with The Beat. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.